What is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to Nakasuchi. And I am your boy Nakasuchi. And today, we are finally going to start looking at the modern day debate I had with Matt Powell. This is going to come in many parts, because I'm going to have to break this down thoroughly. Because CupCake keeps coming into my chat to tell me how he owned me in this debate. Now, I have several times given Matt the victory to this debate, given the rules of debate. But today we're going to start breaking down how I utterly destroyed him and how he just gives it away that he knows I utterly destroyed him every time he comes onto my channel, into my chat, talking his shit, because he knows I didn't give him what he wanted. You see, CupCake, he wanted a legitimate debate with your boy Nakasuchi. He wanted to be able to show all of his Christian friends that legitimate debate where he destroyed your boy. But he did not get that legitimate debate. I did not give him that legitimate debate because he does not deserve a legitimate debate. All he deserves is scorn. All he deserves is to be asked why he lies over and over again. But we're going to get into it into several parts. And this is part one. So, without further ado, let's check out this shit.
Hey everybody, stoked to have you here. And Jim, I just realized, I'm so sorry. I told you I was going to have you do that part, and out of habit I did it. So, want to let everybody know.
No worries, man.
Thanks for your patience. It's I get nervous. I'm excited because this is huge. So, first,
It's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely. Can I say also, thanks to Jim Majors for helping out with the channel this week. The channel almost went silent for a week because I got just completely swamped.
So as you can see, we're coming into the debate, and Matt is his normal rosy-cheeked self, looking all CupCake. But what you guys don't understand is that CupCake had told me he was going to address our issues. He was going to come in and we were going to have a debate about our issues and how he did not misrepresent me in his movie, and we were going to settle that shit once and for all. And I had been talking to Jim and other people all day long about how I was going to approach Matt, and then I just decided that I was not going to give him that legitimate debate. I was going to address our issues whether he wanted to or not. And you're going to see that through the course of this debate. And that is why Matt Powell is so butthurt about it, because I did not give him that legitimate debate on Modern Day Debate. And if you look at it, I haven't really went through it all, but from what I've seen, the only Modern Day debates that have beaten the views of this debate here is like Aaron Ra. So I mean, Matt didn't get what he wanted, and Matt is going to get railed upon, and we're going to see it, and Matt is going to expose himself, and we're going to see it, and I just have to let it happen. That's all I have to do. So I just can't really say that I even lost this debate anymore, because CupCake thinks I won it. He keeps coming into my chat and he says, dude, I owned you. Well, if you owned me, you wouldn't have to tell me over and over again, would you?
Anytime.
Jim did a superb job, and he is here tonight to help co-mod. We're co-modding together for this epic debate. The one that, you know what, believe it or not, despite the thumbnail, we think that this is going to be a good dialogue that isn't going to turn into a crazy dumpster fire.
So here, James kind of shows you that he really did not know what he was getting into. Any conversation between me and CupCake is going to be a dumpster fire at this point. There's too much drama. He's lied on me too much. He's misrepresented me too much. I can no longer give him that legitimate conversation. He hasn't earned it with me. In fact, he's done everything to take away any amount of respect I could have ever had for him. Ever. But I digress. Let's get into it.
So, with that, we're going to jump right into it. First, want to say, if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. We are very excited for a lot of future debates, and we're trying to build a very diverse, ideologically diverse community. People from all sorts of different views, whether Christian, atheist, agnostic, Muslim, Republican, Democrat. We want everybody here because we do not want this to become an echo chamber. We want to have as many different views kind of sharpening each other in that way as much as possible. And with that, we are going to now start introducing everybody for this epic debate tonight. Hopefully the internet doesn't explode. But I'll start by just saying, as you know, I already introduced Jim briefly. Jim Majors has been helping with the channel in a trillion different ways. Glad to see you again, Jim.
Good to see you, man, always.
And then Raging Atheist and Matt Powell, who, by the way, I just learned something super interesting about these guys just today. Did you know, like, Matt Powell, is it true that you're like 6'5" or 6'4"?
I'm actually 6'3".
Oh, so you are slightly shorter than I am then.
So these guys, I had no idea. Matt Powell's 6'3", which puts him, I'm pretty sure that's like 2 standard deviations above the mean, which basically means only 2% of people are taller than Matt. Actually, 2% of men, so probably like 1% or less of the entire human population. And then Raging Atheist even taller at, is it 6'5"?
I'm just under 6'5". Just
Wow.
under 6'5".
These are two...
It's all about the reach.
Yes. These towering gentlemen are joining us, and we're excited for it. You can find both their links in the description, and we highly encourage you to check out their content.
So this is the pleasantries, getting them out of the way. And I feel it right now. I'm feeling it as James is going through this. That this isn't what James thinks it will be. This isn't what Jim thinks it will be, and me and Jim had been talking all day. No, I knew at this moment that I was gonna make this what I wanted it to be. And I didn't even really fucking care if what I wanted it to be was the best thing it could be. I didn't care at all. I just wanted Matt to answer. And I wanted to see on the look on his face when he wouldn't.
And we highly encourage you to check out their content, as they've both been influential. They've both made waves. Both been, you can say, mildly provocative on YouTube. And you know what? The trick, though, is at this channel, we're like, hey, you know what? You can be provocative, and we're glad to have you here. So, whether you're provocative or not, we will start with Raging Atheist. If you want to share what you've been up to at your channel, thanks for coming back on. We're glad to have you. And just like as we usually do, like a sentence or two about what you've been up to at your channel. We're excited to have you here, and thanks for being here.
Do you want to go first, Matt? Or I'll go first. I'm the Raging Atheist, Nakasuchi. I make response videos. I'm doing a lot of live shows on my channel. You can come check me out and subscribe. I have a whole playlist dedicated to our friend Matt Powell here called Dancing with the Devil.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. And Matt Powell, glad to have you here. Thanks for coming on.
James, thank you so much for having me in. So my channel, just a real brief introduction to who I am and my channel. So I'm a preacher. I'm a college student as well. I love college.
You know, I understand, James is trying to keep the atmosphere light, trying to keep the discussion that's coming light, and he doesn't quite understand that he can't. And I do feel bad for James, because I was a little upset after the debate with him, and I shouldn't have been, because I think he handled it perfectly, and James is a good friend, and I'm not talking smack. I just don't think he quite understood what he was about to get into. But there you have Matt Powell saying he's a preacher. CupCake isn't a preacher. Now, CupCake had told me this same shit, and I had assumed he was a preacher until he told me otherwise, that he's not a preacher. CupCake lies. CupCake lies. CupCake lies. CupCake is a lying type of cupcake. This is what CupCake does, is he lies. And look at that little smirk on his face. It's because he lies. But we're not going to get too far in it. We're just getting through the pleasantries.
I love college. I love just education. I love science. And I really love the Bible. And I'm part of the Independent Baptist movement. And I've been saved since I was 11 years old, and just ever since then trying to preach the gospel to every creature. And so I produced a film in which Raging Atheist is featured in it numerous times, entitled Science Falsely So Called. And we may end up discussing a little bit of that tonight, but I'm looking forward to tonight's discussion. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. It's going to be a blast, and I will kick it over to Jim, who will explain the format to everybody and get our debaters started.
And there you have CupCake himself telling you that we're going to be discussing his movie and our beef, our drama. And I'd come into this thinking we're going to settle our drama. But this is where we're going to end part 1 of this series, with the pleasantries. Before we get into opening statements, before we get into the meat of the debate, because I want to explore the question with you, my audience, because, I had granted that Matt, by the rules of debate, had won this debate. But since I let CupCake back into the chat, well, he has spent that privilege coming in saying how he owned me in this debate. How he owned me so bad I should just quit YouTube. So I have to ask the question. We're going to have to watch this debate, and I'm going to have to ask the question, did Matt Powell, did CupCake really beat me? Did he really? Or did I not give him the debate he wanted? Did I not give him that legitimate debate he wanted? And we're going to answer this question, and we're going to really look at, did Nakasuchi lose to CupCake on MDD? Coming soon. If you like my videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, join the conversation on Discord. I'm Nakasuchi, the little bear, and we're going to be looking at a special delicate CupCake. I'll see you soon.